I further bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is our divine rock, our reminder, our leader, teacher, brother, guide, and friend. And it's in their righteous and holy names I'd like to greet the believing family and our guests and visitors with the greeting words of peace. We say in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum.
Sir.
Well, I hope you've been enlightened by our youth. You know, our youth is our future. And as parents, you know, it is our job to invest in our future.
That's right.
You know, a lot of times in our community, we look at our children as a burden.
Right.
We look at them as like weight, something that we had and we just got to take care of. But if we look at them properly, they're our future, right? See, other people invest into their future. They you know, they keep them busy and stuff, 4-H clubs and music and different things, because when they grow up, they're going to lead the world. But when black people, we look at them as like, oh man, I got these children, I got to feed them. But then we grow up, and then when the children remind you of how you mishandled them, then we look at it like the children was the problem. But really, it was we that was the problem. But see, so it starts with something that's in our mind, but we got to have something in our mind to put in our children. So what are we feeding on that we can give to our youth? Brother Stephen spoke to her earlier. They're going to lead our nation. So if we're not investing in them, spending time with them, teaching them, starting them young, it starts in the mother's womb first. Right? How are you protecting that woman when she's pregnant?
Come on, brother.
How are you protecting them? It starts in the womb first, right? And then when they become newborns, how are you speaking to them? Are you studying with them? Are you teaching them? Are you talking to them positively? Come on. They gonna get on your nerves from time to time, right? But reflect back. Was you getting on your parents' nerves when you were young? You probably was, right? So I didn't mean to get onto all that, but one thing I did want to touch on, family, is that, you know, we know that social engineering is real in our community, right? So out of the few black men that we still got left, we got to stand up and be men. What does that mean? All right, that means a lot of different things. But what the part I'm talking about is we got to be willing to die for our black woman. It starts with our mothers, it starts with our wives, it starts with and our daughters.
That's right.
And if you're not willing to die for what you love, you ain't got no reason to live.
That's right.
Flat out, period. I don't know where that came from. I'm being dead serious. If you're not willing to die for the woman that gave you life, and put your seed in the future, you shouldn't even be living right now.
Woo! Go ahead, Steve. That's right.
With that being said, family, you know, it is a video that was out. You know, our sisters that was attacked in Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
And so we know the times that we live in. So sisters, we gotta be smart. You know, when we out, and the brothers that we got, the husbands gotta be present, right? You gotta be there protecting that maintainer of your family. Is that right?
That's
so
right.
we can't fall asleep on our posts.
That's right.
We absolutely cannot fall asleep on our posts. So you know, we got men's training. That's FY class every Monday. That's manhood training, and it shows different things about how to effectively be a man in your community. It's manhood training, right? It's things that we're not getting in the world that when you come into the manhood training, you polish up.
Yes.
You polish up so that you can be the right man that God put you here to be. Because we've been up under Satan for too long, and we don't forgot what it means to be a man.
That's right.
Woo,
so, I'm sorry.
Yes.
All that, but,
go ahead, natural, beautiful.
So I had a unique opportunity to bring on my wife, Sister Mecca. You know,
yes. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. We've been married going on 5 years, and this has been a beautiful journey. You know, a lot of times as black men, we're scared to get married, we're scared of that commitment, right? But we make a lot of babies. And it's like, you know, why are we scared of commitment to the mother and children, but we keep making babies? I don't get it. So, but I'm thankful that Allah blessed her in my life and blessed us to produce a child, and watching her grow and develop in this journey of marriage. You know, going from, you know, burning a little bit of toast, you know, burning some toast, to being almost a master chef.
That's right. That's right.
Not really know how to drive to being a good driver.
That's right.
Not really know how to sew to making her own clothes.
Right.
That's the MGT class.
Yes. Allahu Akbar.
So at this time, I had a beautiful opportunity to bring on a sister, a hardworking sister. She professes God's word through her music, and she does a beautiful job, in my humble opinion. She actually got signed, but we couldn't go through with it at the time. She was pregnant, we didn't know, but she actually had a contract on the table.
Wow.
You know, but at this time, I had the opportunity to bring her on, a hardworking sister in the MGT class.
Yeah.
Help me bring her to this rostrum with a warm round of applause, Sister Mecca Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Muhammad, to whom praise is eternally due. And I further bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is his messenger, Messiah, the exalted, anointed, empowered,
Right.
And I further bear witness that the honorable minister Louis Farrakhan is a divine reminder and our guide in this time of darkness. I'd like to greet my brothers and sisters in the greeting words of peace.
Walaikum salam, ma'am.
So beautiful seeing the youth and being a musician myself, seeing music being displayed and how music actually you use both sides of your brain.
Right.
So music is very powerful. Mother Tanetta said that music is one of the things that we should study.
Yes.
Music, medicine, and color.
Yes.
But this morning, the topic I have chose is the reality of God, the coming of Master Farrakhan.
Yes, ma'am.
Allahu Akbar.
The way that this came about is I prayed to Allah to manifest Himself to me. Now, even though I believe that Master Farrakhan is Allah, I still had issues seeing, okay? Which I know I'm not the only person.
Right.
So, because I noticed that in myself, self-examination, I prayed to Allah to manifest Himself to me. Now, of course, I thought He was going to come in a dream. He was going to manifest Himself in a dream. But He didn't. It was in a different way. And I had to pay attention in order to be able to receive the revelation that He was giving me.
Yes.
The Bible and Quran refers to God as the truth. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you deny that He is the truth?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, today we're going to go into a lot of parsing and a lot of study of words, because the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan said that a good student studies the word, parses the word, because words have more meanings than we may think that it means, or may not mean what you think it means.
That's right. That's right.
So, what is truth? Can somebody give me a definition of truth?
Actual facts.
Actual facts? Anybody else?
That which is
Something that can't be proven false.
Something that is not mixed or tampered with.
Something that is not mixed or tampered with.
Reality.
Right?
Something that is completely correct.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, all of you. Truth is the true or actual state or matter. Honesty, integrity, truthfulness. The actuality or actual existence. Sister Tracy said reality in the Holy Quran. The use of Ali translation refers to Allah as the only reality. The Maulana Muhammad Ali translation refers to Allah as the truth. They are interchangeable. You can use both of them, okay? So, what is reality? If they're interchangeable, of course you can, they mean the same thing, but reality has a little bit more meaning to it, okay? So reality is the state or quality of being real. A real thing or fact. Something that exists independently of ideas concerning it. Does not Allah exist independently of whether we believe in Allah or not?
That's right.
Okay? He's not Santa. Santa, you have to believe in Santa in order for him to be able to exist, right?
Yes.
In order for him to be able to get his reindeer to fly, right? To give the children the presents to come down the chimney that you don't have and give you gifts.
Right.
That is what makes him live, is your belief in him.
Right.
But God doesn't need that.
Right.
He doesn't. We depend on him. He doesn't depend on us.
That's right.
He's independent of us. Right? Something that is real. Okay. Now, reality obviously can be broken up into two words. And the root word of reality is real. So real is existing or occurring as fact. Actual rather than imaginary. Ideal, fictitious. Allah has 99 attributes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But Allah is the 100.
Right.
The 100 attributes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say facts, that's 100. That's Allah. Right? Because Allah is facts. Allah is 100.
That's right.
Right? Okay. Something that, being an actual thing, having objective existence, not imagining.
Right.
Did you hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Being an actual thing, having objective existence, not imaginary. Allah is the only reality. What is imaginary?
Come on.
Existing only in imagination or fancy, which is unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So reality, the suffix of reality is ity, which means the state or condition.
Mm-hmm.
So reality is the state or condition of being real. The state or condition of being an objective material thing, not imaginary. Okay? If Allah is the truth or the only reality, everything outside of him and his path is an illusion.
That's right. Woo.
Now, what is an illusion? An illusion is something that deceives by producing a false or misleading impression of reality. The act of deceiving, deception, or delusion. Well, an illusion is the opposite of reality, right?
That's right. That's
And
right.
if God is the reality, what's the opposite of God?
Satan.
That's right.
So that means that Satan
Teach.
is an illusion.
That's right.
Go ahead. Teach.
This world, we know that we live in Satan's world, right?
Right.
This world is full of
Illusions. Yes.
So, y'all don't get mad at me at some of these pictures I got, okay?
Yes,
But let's talk about some of the illusions of this world.
Come on.
So some of the illusions are implants, butt implants,
Yes,
breast
ma'am.
implants, lip implants, right?
Granny.
Yes, sir. You also have weave, right? Sisters.
Yes, ma'am.
But not only sisters,
Brothers.
Yes, ma'am.
do you see this?
Yes.
An illusion, right? Brother, you're bald headed. Bald, man. You got no hair. How you got dreads? That's an illusion.
Oh.
An illusion, right? Exactly. You got makeup. Look at this. That's her. On the right, that's her.
Right.
In reality,
Right.
that's the illusion of her.
Mm.
Okay? False or misleading.
Oh, my Lord. Go ahead, sis. Yes.
Okay? Okay?
Oh, my goodness.
Now, you got makeup, you got surgery, plastic surgery, want to look like a doll, want to look like a Barbie, get your nose fixed, you can change the color of your eyes, you can turn into a chameleon if you want to. I mean, they got surgeries where you can actually turn yourself into a frog or a snake, or like people,
Yep.
people weird. The minister said, I believe it was Savior's Day 2015, where he said, take the woman home, right? Take your wife home. Get in the room. She takes off her butt. She takes off her eyelashes, her lipstick. She takes off her wig. She takes off her breast implants or whatever.
Yeah.
Catapult,
Right.
whatever, okay? You don't know whether or not to get in the bed or to get into the drawer with her. Right? Okay. An illusion. It was a case that I seen where this woman and this man got married. He divorced her the next day. They went swimming, right? So he got acquainted with the illusion of her. They went swimming. Her makeup came out. He divorced her because of that. It was false advertising.
Oh.
An illusion.
Wow.
The illusion of looking at a man that's really a woman.
Oh, right.
The illusion of looking at a woman that's really a man, right?
Come on.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Scary. You don't know what you're gonna get at.
Surprise. Oh my goodness. It is. Oh my God.
You have on these social media platforms, you have filters. I'm a victim. I use filters sometimes. Well, majority of the time, I'm gonna be real. Filters.
Wow.
That's how powerful this enemy is. He can completely change you. The way God made you,
Oh
that's
my
100. He
goodness.
made you that way. He can completely alter you
Come on now.
to be other than yourself.
All right.
Okay? So illusions. You have democracy, which is an illusion.
That's right.
Which is for the people, by the people, right? But it's not for the people or by the people.
That's right.
You have, they have free elections, right?
Come on,
So you can choose who you want to sit as in office for you, for your idea. But they're not elected, they're selected. They give you who to choose from. And even in the person that you choose from, they still select you.
That's right.
But it's an illusion to make you feel like you're included in the progress or the process of choosing somebody to rule over you, to give to be the authority over you. Democracy. Demo, meaning devil or demon. Proceed, meaning rule of the devil, rule of Satan. Satan fooled the whole world, right?
Yes.
Democracy is making its way throughout the whole world,
Yes.
right? Okay. The illusion of freedom. America is the land of the free, the home of the brave. But it leads in prisons. You got mothers and children in cages.
Right.
Right? Not really free. You're free. It's the land of the free because you're free to disobey God.
Yes.
And
Yes.
home of the brave enough to do it.
Right.
So it's the land of the free, home of the brave.
Right.
The illusion of justice. If you're a Mason and you go into the courtroom, you're dealing with your brethren. And part of a Mason's duty is to
Cover.
do right by their brother.
Yeah.
So even if you're wrong,
You covered.
brother.
That's right.
I got you. I'm gonna cover you. A lot of police officers are Masons.
Yes.
So they dealing with the brotherhood when they go into the courtroom. You're not gonna get justice.
Right.
Come on. Equality. We haven't had it since we've been here.
Right.
It's an illusion.
That's
They
right.
make us feel equal. Oh, now we're in the same school. But you got systematic racism in school. Okay? We're able to eat at the same restaurant, whatever the case may be. But there's still things like with Starbucks. How they did the black dude, right? So we're not equal. We haven't been equal and won't be equal. Okay? The Declaration of Independence was ratified in 1776. Were we free?
No.
We weren't free until emancipated until 1865.
Right.
That's 89 years later. You're not considered equal. You were considered equal to even less than the beasts of the field.
That's
You
right.
were cattle. Property. You're not equal. Okay? The illusion of peace. America is the peacemaker. No, you're the mischief maker that you perceive not, as the Quran says. The illusion of white supremacy or black inferiority, that white is better than black. Black is inferior. That's not true.
That's right.
That's not facts. Social media is an illusion, right?
That's right.
You think because you got followers, you got likes, you got clout, you somebody, or you got 5,000 friends on Facebook, right? But in reality, only about 3 of those people on Facebook you actually know are your actual friends.
Yes.
But you think, I got 5,000 Facebook friends, I'm cool. Not really. Food, medicine.
Yes. Teach this.
My husband and I got some fish, some whiting. It tastes like plastic. We got some fish from Klein's, some red roughy. Is it called orange roughy?
Orange roughy.
Got some orange roughy. It tastes like plastic. I seen a video where a woman got a fish from, I think it was the Chinese market. It was American, but she got the fish from the Chinese market. It was like cotton. So like she could peel it apart like paper.
Yeah.
When she would when you got fish, you gotta get out the water for cooking, right? So she would do that, and it would actually look like foam, styrofoam. But if she would put it back in the water, it would plump back up. It wouldn't break apart like how normal fish would. You know what I'm saying? It was intact. Food is fake. Medicine, it's not real. It's placebo. They got placebos. Right. It only cures the symptom.
Right.
But it doesn't cure the actual illness.
Right.
Because they can't make money off of you being
well.
Exactly.
Right.
Money. This money ain't backed by money.
That's right.
How is it real?
Come on, Ma.
It's an illusion. Movies. In movies, you have fake characters, right? You have fake plots, fake storylines, fake scenarios. But what is one of the most popular genres of movies?
Marvel.
Horror.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Allah says in the Holy Quran, the second surah, the 67th
Come on,
ayah,
teach,
that
sis.
those who believe and do good shall fear not,
Right.
nor shall they grieve.
Teach.
Believe in what? Believe in Allah.
Mm-hmm.
And Allah is what? Allah is the truth.
Yes.
So, fear
Right.
is pushed down our
Right.
throats in this society.
Yes.
We are scared of
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
We are a very fearful people.
Right.
The young black man, Elijah Alameen, who was killed, was it Phoenix, Arizona?
Yes.
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 He was scared because of the music he was playing.
Mm.
He was scared because he said, rap music, I feel. I was scared for the security of my people in my community. So you go and slit the throat of a young man.
Right.
Who wasn't doing anything to him, minding his own business because he was playing
music.
rap music.
Right.
Why are you so scared? It's the
Come
question.
on. Come on.
This world is full of illusions.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is false evidence.
Here will.
That's right.
Right? You know when you're a child and you're trying to run up the steps when it's dark, right? You run up the steps because you think something got you. You think something gonna get you, pull you down the steps. You think it's a boogeyman that's coming after you, so you run up the steps. But if you turn on the light, there's nothing there because light is all darkness.
Right.
But you think something is creeping in
Teach.
the darkness that's not really there.
Teach.
It's an illusion.
Yes.
They make God into an illusion.
Right.
Pray, and it'll all be better.
Right.
Mm.
The supreme wisdom says, sit yourself in heaven
At once.
right? But it also says, will you sit at home and wait for the mystery God?
Go
to give you
ahead,
bread?
teach, sis. Good question.
Will you? Will you sit there and wait
No.
for a loaf of bread to fall on
No.
your head so you can make some grilled cheese sandwiches?
I gotta go get that.
Prayer without works is dead.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's not going to fall out the sky.
Right.
When we pray for something, because we manifest God, right? God is within us. He
Right.
are all God's children of the Most High God. Jesus said the kingdom is within you. The kingdom of what? The kingdom of God. The kingdom of God, of heaven, right, is in you. So Allah gives you the opportunity to be able to manifest that which it is that you pray for. So if you want money, okay, you want money. I'm going to give you an opportunity so that you can make money.
Right.
That's right.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to manifest that which is that you want. You want patience. Oh, Allah, I pray for patience. It's not going to happen like that. You're not going to see a spin a win. Oh, my son, oh, my daughter, you not have patience. No. He's going to put you in situations,
That's right.
circumstances for you to be patient.
That's right.
That's going to build your patience. Right? Allah says, be, and it is. Be what?
Come on.
And what is?
Come on.
If you want money, you got to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do what it is that you got to do, and it is.
Mhm.
You'll be wealthy.
That's
You
right.
want to be skinny.
Come on.
Well, you got to be consistent. You got to be
Right.
You got to be emotion, right?
Mhm.
You got to be on a good diet so that it can be that you can be skinny. So
Mhm.
being it is, we have the ability to be able to bring forth life, that which our mind can conceive.
That's right.
Pun intended. Okay? Now, my husband and I, we were driving in a white area, getting some food, because you know, food is better in a white area.
Yes, it is.
So, I seen, that there was only one church in that whole community, only one church. But if you look around, they have heaven. They have good homes, living in luxury, money. And more likely, they all friends.
Yes,
they all
sir.
neighbors. Hey, neighbor, their kids play together. Their children play together, right? They have heaven. But you look in our community, we got a church on every single corner, and yet we still in hell.
That's
Right.
How does that add up? Heaven is a condition of mind. Like I said earlier, Jesus said the kingdom is within you. The kingdom of heaven. We manifest it, but the illusion of God makes us not to be able to manifest it. Because
That's right. That's right.
But because they are the God of this world, they're going to give that to them. They're going to give that to their people. They're going to give that to those who follow them.
That's right.
That is of him, right? 1 Corinthians 6:19. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? Well, we have temples.
Right.
Right? Right here.
Right.
What is between your temples?
The brain.
Your mind. Holy Quran 7th ayah says, and his throne of power is ever on water, that he might manifest the good qualities in you, whoever is best in deeds. Well, what sits on water that has power? I mean, the Statue of Liberty sits on water, but the Statue of Liberty ain't got no power, not the power of God. I mean, lily pads sit on water, glaciers sit on water, but your mind sits on water.
That's right.
Your mind is the throne of power.
That's right.
What is power? Power is a large amount of work or energy developed in a short amount of time. So it's work divided by time, or even distance divided by time, because you have horsepower. How fast can you go? How far can you go in a certain amount of time? Right? Okay, so the fastest car goes about 301 miles per hour. And that's the Hennessy Bear. That's pretty fast. 301 miles? That's pretty fast. An airplane can go 575 miles per hour. Right? The Earth travels at 1,037 and 1/3 miles per hour. Right? A fighter jet, 1,865 miles per hour. Sound travels at the rate of 1,120 feet per second. Sound has power.
Yes.
Right? Light travels at the rate of 186,000 miles per second.
Right.
But light is more powerful than sound.
Yes.
Because what you say is powerful.
Right.
I can hear you. But what I see you do
is much more powerful. That's right.
Right? Thought travels at 24 billion miles per second.
Thought.
That's the most powerful
Yes, it is.
thing
Teach.
in the world.
Yes.
This universe.
Right.
The mind can manifest anything it envisions. If you can envision it inside of your mind,
Right.
you can vision it outside of yourself.
That's right.
So,
Yes.
message to the black man. Beautiful. In this great book, life-changing book,
Yes, it is.
the messenger said that it's natural that naturally the white man would not teach us the true reality of God, of a God besides himself.
That's right.
Because to teach the reality of God is to teach the reality of Satan.
That's right.
And that was too soon. But he couldn't do that because this is his world. Naturally, he's not going to teach you that, right? Well, the devil is a liar.
That's right.
But can a spook lie? Can a spook lie? Let alone speak.
Right.
You have to have a voice box in order to speak. You have to have a brain in order to speak. Okay? So if the devil is a liar, how can the devil tell a lie? If God is only spirit, in this book, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that can spirit exist outside of material?
No.
Not that it doesn't exist.
Conjure
That's
it.
not what he said. He didn't say that it didn't exist. He said, can it exist outside of material? Can it? Can it manifest power?
No.
Thus saith the Lord. How can the Lord say anything without a voice box?
Right.
Without a brain? His footsteps were heard. In Exodus, do you know that God ate with Moses?
Yes, ma'am.
God ate with
Sat
Moses.
down and ate with Moses.
Then
Come
he
on.
gave him the commandments.
Yes.
Which he wrote. He wrote.
Right.
That's what it says in the Bible, that I wrote it. Right? So if he eats, if he writes, if he walks,
Right.
if he sits, if he sings, how can he be a spirit?
Right.
The Bible says count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 666. The beast is the number of the beast is the number of a man.
A man.
Not the number of a spirit
A
or a
spook.
spook.
That's right.
So I I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm trying to make it plain.
Go ahead.
To show the difference between God and Satan and how you know that we are living in Satan's world. God is love. Right? Not quick to anger. Forgives. Right?
Yes.
Don't we forgive white people all the time?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they do. No, it's okay. He just killed your son. I forgive you.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Not quick to anger. White man can do whatever he wants to. But let one of us do something. Oh no, nigga, I gotta kill you.
Right.
Right? So if God is love, that means that Satan is the opposite. So Satan
That's
is hate.
right. Mm-hmm.
We didn't invent segregation. We weren't redlining. We didn't create Jim Crow. We didn't have black codes. Did we?
No.
Did we do that?
We didn't do it.
I don't think so. Well, are we the creators of racism?
No.
No. Okay. So, love, or the making of love gives life.
Right.
Life and love are interchangeable. So Allah gives life. We are the mothers and fathers of civilization.
That's right.
But Satan causes death. He is quick to kill.
Yes.
Doesn't even think about preserving life. He is quick to take it away from you. Physically, shoot you, kill you, through your food, through the air, through chemical warfare, whatever it is, he's quick to take you away from this life.
Right.
Not just physically, but spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to take you away from that which gives you life. But life is your bond, according to the supreme wisdom. Have
Right.
you not learned that your word is bond,
Regardless of who you are.
regardless of whom or what? Yes. Word is bond and bond is life, and I will give my life before my word shall fail. But your bond is also your promise.
Yep.
Allah fulfills his promise.
Yes.
Satan don't fulfill his promise.
Mm-mm.
That's right.
Mm-mm.
Satan promises you and then he fails you.
Yes.
Where's our 40 acres in the mill? Where's the job opportunities for us? Allah is the truth, right? So he gives life. He is the light. He gave, Master Prophet Muhammad gave the Honorable Elijah Muhammad 104 books to read. Satan took books away from us.
Yes, they did.
Falsehood. It's always lying. Look at Trump. Always lying. Anybody who was actually in the office is lying. Lying, period. Produces darkness. We are given freedom. We are the owners of the planet Earth. Is that right?
That's right.
But Satan enslaves, and he takes that which is yours, and it makes you pay for it.
Yes, he does.
So you're always enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
You're never free, actually. If you owe somebody, you're not free.
That's right.
And so, in an interview that I seen with Rabbi Finkelstein, he said that he taxes the land. You can buy the land. I'm not talking about buying a house because you still got to pay property tax, right? But even if you buy the property, you still got to pay property tax on that property that you just bought.
Right.
So you're always in debt. And if you don't pay your taxes, they're gonna take it from you.
That's right. That's a shame.
But it's yours, ain't it?
Yeah, right. Is it? Is it?
Allah says, like I said earlier, that those who believe will fear not. Therefore, He makes us fearless. Muslims should be fearless. Muslims shouldn't be living
Right.
in fear.
That's
Allah
right.
takes away the fear.
Teach us.
But Satan will make you fearful.
Yes.
Right? So God is the reality. Satan is an illusion. The scripture says that a man like Moses will appear in the end times. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in Moses' time, Moses had a show off with Pharaoh and his magicians, and Moses was making signs, right? Trying to prove which one is true. Well, in this day, Satan is referred to the prince of the powers of the air, right? The air being space, sky. You ever heard of harp?
Yes.
You know what harp is?
Mm-hmm.
So people believe that harp has the ability to be able to cause and control the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But the supreme wisdom says that the Son of Man
Yes.
is the one who makes rain, hail, snow,
Snow,
earthquakes.
yeah.
He is the cause of it.
Mhm.
But people don't want to. You'll believe that the scientists of this world have the ability to be able to control the weather, but you can't believe that God can do it. We say, well, yeah, God does do it. The Spirit, right?
Yes.
The Spirit of God, He does it. He controls it.
Come on.
I know this might sound crazy to some people, but Mother Sarnetta said, when you pray, you're supposed to think on the word,
Right.
envision the word,
Mhm.
okay? Meditate on the word.
Right.
So one day I was praying and I was focused. I was conscious of my own conscience,
Mhm.
okay? And I was focusing on the word. And I think it was my second rak'ah, and I was reciting Al-Fatiha. And this is what came to me. This is how Allah revealed it to me.
Come on.
When I'm giving is what is helping me to understand
Come on.
the reality of God.
Right.
And inshallah, it will help others to understand the reality of God as well if you have problems like I did. So, in reciting Al-Fatiha, this is what came to me. Al-Fatiha bears witness that God is a man. I'm going to tell you how. Al-Fatiha, or the opening prayer, starts off in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. In the name, what spirit has a name, first of all?
Right.
In the name, literally in the name of Allah. Allah is action for what?
Mm.
Arm, leg, arm, head.
Right.
So in the name of man, Allah as a man, the
Ooh,
beneficent,
go
the
ahead.
merciful. How can anything other than a man show beneficence or give mercy?
Yes.
That's right.
Praise be to Allah, or man. Now this is made specific, the Lord of the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is a Lord? Lord is a person who has authority, control, or power over others. A master, chief, ruler. So praise be to Allah, a man who is the Lord, has authority, controls of the world.
Right. Mm.
Master of the day of judgment. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says that what good does a spirit have in the material world? How can a spirit judge the ways of life of a human being? A cow cannot judge a cat.
That's right.
Only a cat can judge a cat. Only a cow can judge a cow. Okay? Even though two cats may not live the same life, but they know the nature of a cat. They know what a cat does. You know, we lick ourselves, we play with balls of yarn, whatever the case may be.
Right.
We are cats. I don't care none about what this cow say. This cow can't judge me. So how can anything other than a man judge the affairs of men? When you go to the courtroom, you don't see a spirit sitting there judging people. No, it's a human judge that's judging people.
Right.
Because I'm a human, and I can decipher between what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
Thee do we serve. The prayer that we do is Thee alone do we serve. No, I'm sorry. Allah, thou art the King. There is no God but Thee. Thou art my Lord, and I am thy servant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? People don't serve anything other than people. The earth was made subservient to me.
Right.
So I don't serve anything on this earth or this universe. The sun is subservient to me.
Right.
The stars are subservient to me. The moon is subservient to me. I don't serve anything. But people serve other people.
Mm-hmm.
You got waitresses, or you got kings that have servants.
Mm-hmm.
We serve the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thine aid we seek. You're seeking something. You're looking for something. How can you look for something you can't see?
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeking your aid. That's physical.
Right.
Guide us on the straight path. Well, Master Fard Muhammad, Al-Mahdi, the self-guided one.
The self-guided one. Oh.
Only Allah knows the straight path.
That's right.
The full straight path. A prophet may know of the straight path, but a prophet like the moon only gives so much light. But the sun dispels all darkness.
Right.
So when the sun comes, or when God comes, the Son of Man, He dispels all darkness and He can guide you into the right path. The path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not the path of those upon whom your wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Go astray from what? Astray from God's path. Only God knows God's path, right? But Satan said that he will come in the straight path.
Inside, yes, ma'am.
But in order for Satan to come in a straight path, he would have to blend in.
That's right.
You know, he walked with the sons of God.
That's right.
They didn't know this, but God
God
knew
knew
it.
it.
He had to blend in, just like Abraham went to Egypt because he had to blend in.
Right.
How could Abraham blend in
If he wasn't
white?
black. That's right.
So what I'm not saying is that God is not energy or that God is not spirit. What I'm saying is that spirit cannot do anything outside of flesh. Spirit holds, I don't want to say no value or no weight outside of flesh, but I'm going to use thought, as thought has been throughout this lecture, to express this. Thought for me is like the essence of our very being.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we think about it or not, everything that we do begins with the thought.
That's right.
Breathing, blinking, heart beating, all that begins with a thought. A thought we may not know that we have because
That's right.
thought travels so fast, you don't even know that you have it. Like we talking right now, my brain is processing words so fast that I'm able to form a sentence without even really thinking about what I'm going to say.
Right.
I just know what I want to talk about, but I don't necessarily know what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's how fast the mind is, okay? But essence is something that exists, especially a spiritual or immaterial entity, something that has real existence. So it exists, thought exists, but thought not put into action holds no value.
Right.
You ever had a thought of something, an invention, you thought of something like, oh, I'm going to do this, you don't move out on it.
Right.
But if somebody comes behind and becomes a millionaire off of it,
That's right.
like I thought of that,
Right.
but nobody knew that you had that thought.
Right.
You didn't manifest that thought.
Right.
So your thought had no value. You can't go to the person who invented it and say, I thought of that 2 years ago. You owe me some money.
Right.
No, you didn't think of it, or you didn't. I can say that you didn't think of it because you didn't. Well, why didn't you do it?
Right.
You didn't have that thought. You're lying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thought not put into action or even expressed in words does really not exist. Because when you speak it out, it's like you're grabbing it and putting it into the universe.
Yes. Yes.
There's a show called Dexter.
Yes.
Dexter is he a sociopath or a psychopath?
Psychopath.
Okay, he crazy.
Mm-hmm. Psycho. Yeah.
But you have no idea what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't feel, so I think he's a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't feel. So he doesn't necessarily feel sorrow or happiness. He had to learn to adapt. By him learning to adapt, he was able to masquerade. So he could be talking to somebody, oh yeah, that's cool, but in his mind, he's like, I'm gonna kill you tonight. And that's what's up.
Wow.
But that person wouldn't know because the thought wasn't manifested.
Wow.
But later on, the thought was manifested because he didn't. Now you know that that's what he was thinking. So thought holds no value outside of what you do or say. So what good is thought not manifested? What good is a phone without a battery? What good is a battery without a phone? Or anything that needs a battery, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
What good is electricity without a light bulb to be able to manifest the electricity to get
Go
light
on.
to
That's
you?
right.
What good is a light bulb without electricity?
Make the point. You want to
Right.
What good is a car without an engine?
Mm-hmm.
What good is an engine without a car?
Right.
An idea without vocals to vocalize or the ability to carry out a function doesn't exist. John 1:1 states, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God and the Word was God. Where your temporal lobes is right here by your temple.
Mm-hmm.
The Word of God. Okay? But it deals with speech, bearing witness that your thoughts are almost like the essence of you.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So now I'm going to, as I've tried my best to try to prove the material of God outside of spirit, the reality of God, I'm going to try to prove my case of a lot coming in the presence of Master Brahman, how I am able to understand it. Okay? Now I'm the type of person that I pay attention to numbers. I pay attention to signs. I study nature. If a number comes up, oh, 22, okay, I'm going to go to the 22nd surah and see what that says. Or I'm going to go to 2:2 and see what the second surah says, the second ayah. I'm that type of person that I try to look up numbers in different ways, or the Bible, or whatever the case may be. So Master Prophet Muhammad was born in Mecca, February 26, 1877. That's 12 years after slavery was abolished. 12 is the number of the rulership.
Rulership, yep.
Okay. He was born of a black man and a white father, but he came like a thief in the night. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of my mom. He was born of a black father and a white mother. But he came like a thief in the night, right? He had to come like that in order for him to be able to do his work.
Right.
As lightning shineth from the east, even unto the west, so shall it come in the Son of Man be. So he was from the east, and his light shineth unto the west, right? He began entering America in 1910. That's 33. He was 33 years old.
Yes.
33 is the master teacher.
Right. Yep. Mason.
Is he not?
Come on.
The master teacher of the master teacher.
Right.
Okay. He made himself known July 4th, which was 65 years after slavery was abolished. The 65th surah is entitled The Divorce.
Woo!
That is the greatest divorce that is happening. Right?
Woo!
He was 53 years old. The star. September 22nd, he met the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was 33, master builder. He departed from us in 1934, 57, which is the iron. The picture that we have of Master Prophet Muhammad, he's open to the middle of the Quran. That's the 57 surahs, 114 ayats, half of 114 to 57. That's math. That's known as mathematics, right? That's the iron. On the periodic table, the symbol for iron is Fe. The atomic number is 26, so that's February 26th.
Woo!
The atomic mass is 55 units. The 55th surah is the beneficent. And then the 55th surah, it says, there endures the person of thy Lord, the Lord of honor and grace. Now, sun is a star, right? So he made himself manifest when he was 53 years old. Well, not manifest, but he made himself known when he was 53 years old. The star. The star. The star. Okay, not a star, but the star. The sun is the star. There are other stars out there that are like the sun, but they don't have the power of the sun in this context.
Right.
Because Earth, or this not galaxy, but this orb with all the planets in it. I ain't gonna say that's kind of biased. Never mind. But anyway, there are other stars that have the capabilities of the sun, but it's not the sun. Okay, just like Muhammad Ali have the capability of the sun, but it's not the sun.
That's right.
Right? No disrespect. But 50 years old, okay, so he's 57, the iron. The sun is a star. Sun is a life-giving force. The sun exists whether it's shining or whether it's not shining.
Right.
The moon reflects the light of the sun in the sun's absence. But the rising of the sun from the east sets in the west, right? So that means that darkness does not last forever. When the sun rises, the sun expels all darkness.
Right.
See, at night, you have light because you have the moon, but you can still be misled. You can still be misguided because you can't really see. You can't see what hides in the dark or what way you're going. But the sun will show you that way, will guide you, will be able to guide you or give you guidance because you can see. The last days or the coming of Christ cannot happen until the man of perdition be revealed.
Right.
Did not Master Muhammad provide the information for that? Has not he revealed Satan? Has not he cast out Satan?
Yes.
Made him manifest? It seems like a prophet had never came to us because the moon only gives so much light. But the sun rises, so God comes himself.
Right.
He doesn't give light, comes himself to give you light.
Wow. Yes.
Now, the sun The same amount of time that it takes for the light of the sun to reach the earth is the same amount of time it takes for your blood to do a full circulation.
That's right.
Which is 8 minutes 20 seconds. That's 500 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
In your blood is iron.
Right.
Iron helps to transfer oxygen throughout the body.
Right.
So it is almost like, as thought travels in the blood, it's almost like that iron gives oxygen to those thoughts for you to be able to exercise those thoughts and put them into reality. So he has come to make manifest within us the kingdom of God.
Yes.
Because he's implanting the kingdom of God within our minds so that we can manifest it. Iron produces steel. Is he not the man of steel?
That's right.
But iron is also a magnet. Yakub is playing magnets, right? At the age of 6.
That's right.
The Master Prophet Muhammad knew at the age of 6
Yep.
that he was going to throw the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, and the Rothschilds into a lake of fire.
Yep. Right.
So right there you have the battle of the gods. Because they have an aircraft. The prince of the power of the air is an aircraft, right? So they have an aircraft. The Master Prophet Muhammad has the wheel.
Right.
Those are that's the battles of the skies, the battles in the skies.
That's right.
So the gods are at war. Physically, well, mentally first, in the skies. This is the sky. And physically, in the future. So, that is really all I have for you all. It was a lot. I had a lot more written down.
Wow.
But that was a lot in itself. And I pray that I was able to convey
Yes. Beautiful.
my thought and what was shown to me to help somebody else. Now, a small thing that I've seen is my husband and I, we are in the process of purchasing a house. And then you have to have a radon test, right? Now, radon is basically the gas of radium. Radium, the symbol for radium is Ra. The atomic mass is 226. Ra
Yep.
is the sun god
Right.
of Egypt, the son of man.